I screwed this up again. I should have probably used StreamYard again so I could highlight the chat, and I just been kind of out of practice, so I just keep reverting back to the same thing. But anyway, so had a little bit of time tonight, not gonna stay on too long. I know I say that every time, but
We got 1 hour.
thank you last night if you hung out. Appreciate you. We opened up it's not a new chapter for us, but we opened it up to you guys. I appreciate you all for being so kind, and I know we don't really have that problem here where people just act a fool, but it still means a lot, like it does. It's nice when you don't have to deal with the little bullshit. Especially when somebody like that is opening up with something, Sarah, that was really, that was the first time she's opened up about it, period, so, to public anyway, very few people here and there, so, appreciate you. So, I don't know, the topic I thought of was, being that we've been up in the Catskills for like a year now, doing this Mountain Sasquatch stuff, if you will, and then the Suburban Sasquatch thing we did for quite a while too. And there's been, very stark differences and very many similarities at the same time. So, for those of you that followed for a long time, I figured it might be a cool topic. We could talk about the differences and just kind of hash it out and think about it a little bit. It doesn't have to go down that lane at all. It's up to you. Yeah, so if you guys have anything you want to talk about, anything you want to ask, discuss, whatever. Oh, I gotta probably I gotta change it to that. I didn't get out today. Well, I shouldn't say that. I didn't get out in the field today. We did some other stuff, so sometimes it's not. Sometimes the break is as important as going out in the field, and it's something I had to learn. Something I had to really learn. That it wasn't easy for me, honestly. Like I was always like go 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 go, but sometimes you gotta stop and rest and really let it soak in. What do you want, buddy? If anybody is a good, I know somebody like Gin, I know he is, but he's pretty busy with it. But anyway, if any of you guys are good artists, I'm bad at mind reading. I hope the volume ain't off. I don't think it is. Scotty might just be a pain in the ass right now, like usual. If anybody's a really good artist or an artist just in general, like can draw, paint, whatever, we're looking for somebody who can maybe possibly take things that visions, I guess, like of certain places, things, and bring them down to life. Like, no notice. Yeah, it's bad, bro. Sometimes it's just bad like that. I don't know why. I put it up a half hour ahead, hoping that was that it would give notifications, but I haven't get mine either for anything I'm subscribed to. So like the ones, it's weird. The ones that I watch regularly, I'm not getting notified for. The lights are gone, and then the ones that I don't watch regularly, I'm not. And then I'm finding whatever. You get the drift. I'm not gonna let YouTube bullshit suck me in. Yeah, so like if I don't know, like if people know how to draw like if there was like a house or like a location or something that like comes into head, like if almost like how like a sketch artist does like a description of a person, like it would be more like descriptions of places. Yeah, I see, like I can't even articulate it like in the words because I'm just not a good artist.
I need someone to put my remote view into paper, and I can't draw.
She needs someone to put a remote view onto paper. So like, draw what she's seeing.
I need someone to produce my vision from my paper.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. All right.
Yeah, no, you're correct. I love you.
Love you too. Yeah. So last night we kind of, went out onto that, out onto that, out onto that ledge or whatever you want to say, and opened up. And she's being shy now, but she does want to thank you all too. And she did already, I think, but she just wanted to again. And it was a good release for her, and it helped me in turn because she's been keeping that like gift secret, and it's hard. It's hard. I watch how much it hurts, like to hold shit in, and it pains me too. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and letting that release occur. If you were here for it, if you watched it later, whatever, I appreciate it. So, yeah, so if we're talking about suburban school, let's just stay on topic, I guess. Not a lot of you guys are talking to good stick figures. Does that count? Yeah, why not? I mean, shit. I could draw a mean stick figure. You know what I like to do? Like, art, there's a lot of different ways of doing art, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like more like things that like abstract things, like building like clay, like things out of clay and stuff like that, and like, not like Ghost, not like that movie where like making like a pot, like it's like making like molds of things and like, like carving like features and things like that. I always tend to break them, but it's fun while it lasts. What's up, puppy? Yeah, so anyway, so the Suburban Sasquatch thing has been something that we touched on, Berkshire, touched on for a long time, obviously, like around Long Island, and didn't know we were going to come up here, and this is how it was going to, pan out. How can you tell the future? You just don't know, right? But the things that occur up here are so much different. They tend to be near water. I noticed that. And I don't know if this is going to help anybody, at all, or you guys have any feedback on it too. But in the mountains, I noticed they're near water. They're always near water. And I guess maybe it's because I don't know, but I won't even try that guess why. I know it has a good energy conductor, and that's probably one good reason. And obviously, water is life, whatever. But they tend to always be near the water. So now, on the island, they're just everywhere and anywhere. But there's never water far away. And if you dig deep in, not too deep down into Long Island, there's water. And then there's lakes, there's rivers, there's all that, and then there's water surrounding the whole thing. So maybe that gives them a little more comfortability to roam. I wish I had a good answer, but that's one thing I notice is if I go near water, that's pretty much where I find my hits. So that's kind of what we've been doing, finding these swimming holes and these waterfalls. Let me tell you, these waterfalls have been Sasquatch sanctuaries. If you have a waterfall near your area, I suggest checking it out. That's the best tip I got right now. Like, I am getting addicted to seeing the next waterfall because of how much magic is happening around it. And just like, it don't have to be big, whatever. It don't have to be the biggest one in the world. There's something about it that's really, really key to success, perhaps. That's the words I'm looking for. My flock, hello, how are you? I'm good, I'm alright. I just wanted to hop on for a minute. It's been a while since we kind of talked Bigfoot, and I kind of sat down and, heard what everyone had to say and talk about. I think, I do know that there's a lot of people live tonight. I got a lot of notifications. I don't really know when when they're gonna all be on or whatever. But I appreciate all you that came through. In up Michigan has a lot of waterfalls. Oh, okay, just flocking around. Sarah always says flocking and mocking. What are you looking at?
Is someone on your live with you?
No, why? Yeah, so yeah, I didn't know that. See, I don't know much about other than NMB, I don't know much about Michigan. I really don't know much about the. I know about Montana because she lived there a while. But other than that, if I haven't really been there, and I know it sounds ignorant, but it's just the way it is for me. Unless it directly affected me. Now I start to know people from different places, and I interact with them. And we talk about Sasquatch, and Southern California. It's awesome. It's a really cool area. I start to learn about different areas because I communicate with people like Scotty B. Why would I know about Wisconsin? But now I know about Wisconsin. I know a lot of things about Wisconsin now just from talking to Scott. Probably more than I'd like. But I'm just kidding. I like the old guy. He's good people. He's great. I saw it last night. Scotty was here when there was like 5 subscribers on his channel, and that's crazy to think. It really is. It's mind-boggling to me. It's just cool. I actually was going to leave YouTube for a while. I was going to leave YouTube for a while. Not for a while, I was going to. And then I said, if anybody, we didn't have a lot of people back then, but maybe a couple thousand, whatever. But I said, if there's even one person that wouldn't follow over to the Facebook side, then I'll stay. And he was one of them. So here we are. And then I couldn't keep up both, so the Facebook ended up kind of not fun. It's just it doesn't get the interaction I'd like to give it as well. I don't know how some people juggle a lot. I guess they're able to juggle multimedia like different sites because they have the time. But we have kids, so that's it. No time for multi sites, however you say it. Yeah, every video. Now, like Bama Jeff's seen every video. There's a few of you guys who've seen every video. That blows my mind too. There's how many are there? There's over 1,000 videos. It's over 1,000 videos. So if you watch one a day, that's like 2-3 years worth of videos. Right? 670, I think. No, 365. I'm not gonna even try to do this, but I think it's like 825 or something. Would be 2 years. I'm not gonna try to do math, but yeah. Yeah, with the kids for sure, yeah. You know what I like lately? There's been a lot of people who have busy lives or lives that keep them at home, and they're having Bigfoot activity. Not like going out and then like it's coming back, but it's happening there. And that's something I've always said is like, hey, you could start in your backyard. If I could do it from Long Island in the suburbs with neighbors nearby, it could happen for anybody. And I'm starting to see different channels here and there. I don't watch anybody regularly, and that's just a method I have to do. I can't allow like too much of anybody else to cloud what I got going on when I'm in the field, and that's just something that I have to personally do. I still touch on other videos and channels and everything that support guys for sure, but I don't like immerse myself in it. Luke, welcome back. Yeah, taking care of kids is beyond a full-time job. Um, I respect the hell out of my wife. I don't know how she does it. Like I have. I'm not gonna lie. I have no patience. Like my patience is so damn limited when it comes to it, and I love him to death. Don't get me wrong, but like I just don't have like a long patience level. I guess. Like I don't know. Nah, what's up, bro? Good to see you all. Nice to nice to see everyone rolling in. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, yeah. Taking kids takes a lot out of you, and that's why I always, thank her for when I get out in the field because she holds down the fort. All these videos that pop out, like pump out, pump out, pump out. Like every time I take a minute to sit down with somebody and talk or respond to a comment or whatever, she's taking the wheel. We get them back tomorrow. It's been a few days without them, and it's been nice just to relax for once. It's the first time we've ever done that, really, so it's been really nice. Um, so, Montauk is Strange has been putting out some videos from Camp Hero. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but some of you guys were saying like you love the Camp Hero stuff. I'm not out there a lot. It's far from me. Like so. Long Island's hard to explain, but where I'm located is not far as far as distance. I'm probably like 30 miles away from it, but time wise, I'm very very far, very far. So I got I I got sorry, blasting music distracting me. Um, yeah, so it's like the traffic to get out there to the Hamptons and then to Montauk is very very congested, I guess is the best way to put it. Anyway, it'll take like 2-3 hours to go that little distance. So Brian at Montauk is Strange, he lives out that way a little further, so he can beat the traffic at certain times, whatever. And he's always out there anyway. That's what he does. He does Montauk research. He's always done it. He's always done it. So if you guys like the Camp Hero stuff, you'll love his channel. I mean, he's really a good guy. He's really receptive, responsive, like good people. And then Dark Hour Paranormal will put out his official documentary like he did last year. The one from last year was called The Montauk Enigma. Uh, so good. I can't imagine this year being any different. It's probably going to be way better because he's got like, it's just going to only, how could it not get better? Yeah. So that's my little plug for them. I don't plug me, I plug other people. So. Tell us. I'll tell you what I say. I notice the older I become, the less patient I get. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Traffic is a rat race on Long Island. Yeah, but it's called Long Island for a reason. North to south is not much, but east to west, you go from Montauk to Manhattan, and it's just everybody's going one way or the other, and there's only so many roads on the island, and they basically everybody gets on them, and I don't know, it's just an overpopulated area, so everyone branches out all over the island after that, but there's like these main roads that go, and they get so stupid busy. It's just annoying. When you hear it's overpopulated, it is. I mean, there's plenty of space. Like, I mean, you guys have seen all the videos. There's woods everywhere, but like that's Suffolk. Like when you go into Nassau, it's different. Then that turns into Queens and Brooklyn, which is even more packed, and then you get into Manhattan, which is even more packed. So. It is what it is. I know they say LA is bad traffic too. So yeah, that's another thing too. So there's like a thick population of people there on the island. So I think the Sasquatch are a little different on the island in that sense of they're used to us. Um, they they have more of us around. They're more comfortable with us. I don't want to say more comfortable with us. I think they're comfortable, avoiding us if they want to, or not, or being around us if they want to. I think they could do that very easily. But I think their tolerance for our bullshit is higher. Uh, Up here, it's different. There's so much like vast areas where there's nobody. Um, Hence why I go near the watering holes, because like you ever seen like I kind of call the watering holes like cryptid community areas. You ever seen like Africa Safari show? This is just the best understanding I have of it, really. Like, so like the lion pride is over there, the giraffes are over there, the zebras trot by that way, the hyenas are over there, wildebeests are back that way. Everyone's doing their own thing, la-di-da. Cheetahs up in a tree, but at some point they all come and they go to that watering hole, and now everybody's in that spot, and now they all gotta kind of watch, their back. They're kind of forced to interact on some level because of that. That's where they all have to be. Daily Dan, what's up? Yeah, I don't think I was going anywhere specific with that. So something I learned is that this area that we're in is the Catskills. Something I learned today is that these Catskill Mountains are actually connected. Hey, love. Oh, she's here now. So we learned that they congregate. Yeah, we learned today. Can you, Bud? Whatever, if you can hear me on here. What are they connected to? What are the Catskills connected to? The Scottish what?
What did you say to me?
The Catskill Mountains are connected to Scotland. What is it called?
Oh, it's
Anyway,
it's
underwater.
It's under the water.
Yeah.
So the Catskills, how the Catskills run, there's a runoff somewhere apparently that connects to the Scottish Isles or Scottish.
All right. Yeah, somewhere. Oh, so there's in Scotland there's a mountain range that's like very like sacred, and so basically the Catskills are connected to that under like through the Atlantic basically. But if you followed the ley line underwater, they're connected. Gunner, what is your deal? So that was very interesting. I never knew that. Thank you. All right, thanks, bud. Just gonna look it up. I envy the people who use their laptop for like the lives, and then like their phone there, and they just get to do whatever they want to do on it. Like I don't. I got a laptop. I don't know how to use it. Everyone says they'll help me use it, and then I'm like, okay, cool. But then I don't ask because I don't like to burden anybody. Excuse me. YouTube drives me nuts. I like the StreamYard one because you could push, like I can push on your like comment, and then it pops up, and then I don't lose my train of thought of what the hell I was just talking about. And this way I'm like talking about something, and then it just goes away. Now it's a constant game of merge or die. Yeah. It is. She's laughing, but it's so true. Like, it makes you, like, if you're driving in that traffic, like, you'll instantly, like, if you're not ready for it, it'll eat you alive. And then if you are ready for it, like you just get right. Like Scotty said, the rat race, like it gets you. But I don't want to talk about traffic. I get starting to get aggravated thinking about the shit. What's up, pup? Allegheny Plateau. It's quite possible. We somebody was telling us about it today that we really respect and value like all their input. They've lived around here forever, and like, oh man, she's just like researching now. BRB. Okay, so another major difference that's been hard for me, not hard for me, but being up in the mountains here is so I'm around. The largest animal is a white-tailed deer. That's it. There's no wolves, bears, coyotes, nothing. Nothing. We got fox. That's as big. The fox is the biggest predator there is. Maybe the snapping turtle, depending on how big they get. Up here, it's different. I gotta be careful where I trek. I can't. I gotta dance around rattlesnake dens. All sorts of snakes, but the rattlesnakes are the ones that I concern myself with because I'm usually by myself, so that one will take me down, and I won't be able to. And then I gotta worry about bear dens and.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So it said Catskill Mountains, also known as the Catskills, are a physiographic province of the larger Appalachian Mountains located in southeastern New York. Then it says Scotland was finally separated from the northeast Appalachians around 50 million years ago by the opening of the North Atlantic Ocean. The shifting of the continents is not over. America and Eurasia will crash with each other.
I'm never gonna remember this. I'm never gonna be able to Appalachian. That's what you just said, yeah.
So basically what it's saying is that at one point, the Appalachians in Scotland were connected.
To here?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so.
Appalachian Mountain Range and Scotland were connected. So we were all one giant landmass.
Roger, gotcha. Okay.
So there is that belief that that waterway holds a copious amount of energy.
Well, there's a ley line, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
We live on a lake.
Right. Yeah, I know that. Without giving, yeah. So when everything was one, basically the Scottish mountains, everything was connected. Now it's not, but there's still a ley line that connects it. We're in a major ley line. The Native American, where we live at, the Native Americans used to not come down here because the energy was too high. They didn't come down here to hunt. They didn't come down from the mountains to hunt down here. They not that it was bad juju, it was just strong juju, however you want to say it. It was just very, very, a lot. Let's just say it was a lot. I want to walk through the woods in the local area and see what you think is there. And see what you think is there, Sasquatch. I don't maybe? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, if you gift them, they will come. That's pretty much. I mean, you can't guarantee it, but yeah. Yeah, if you. Yeah, she's giving all the answers right now. So, I never thought Long Island, something would happen. But if it happens there, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. I've had them come to me in the weirdest places. Now, when they come, it's not always a full body, it's not like always like a person walking up to you, but you'll know that they're there, and they'll let you know that they're there. The more you connect with them, the more easier it's going to be for you to tell what's coming through telepathically and what's your own thoughts on that, and what's your own, mind scatter, and what's a picture that's given to you. You'll know more, like you'll just get you. It's just like anything, muscle memory. Like the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it, the more easier it gets, and the more you'll understand it, I guess. It's the easiest way to put it. I'm trying to put in the words, but sometimes there aren't many. But your consciousness will line up. I know more about you than you do. I can sense the energy around you. The energy you hold, yes. I don't think they're in my zone. No, listen, I thought the same thing. I don't know where you are, but it don't matter. It don't matter. It's not, you don't have to go around looking for a structure. Oh, good night, bud. Good night, I love you. I'll be up in a few. I'll be up in like a half hour. They, yeah, it doesn't have to be like a Sasquatch. NS? Why am I having a, like, miserable time knowing what NS is? NS. Huh, alright. I'm not sure. Northern Saskatchewan? I don't know where that is. Anyway, maybe you could tell me. Canadian, okay. Alright. Yeah, so, yeah, Canada's a good spot. Yeah, snow is good. Snow's okay. It don't matter. It's just, it doesn't, you don't have to, that's the main thing I used to think was I was following what I was shown by, like, these big, Nova Scotia, oh, cool. I was shown by these, I don't know much about the spot, but I would not write it off. I would not. You don't have, like, I used to think, like, oh, you have to go all the way in the woods and you gotta go hundreds of miles away and you gotta go and you gotta find the structures and the this and the that. And you can find a bunch of structures. I'm just gonna be real. You can find a bunch of structures. You can find a whole bunch. And they could be from fucking 100 years ago. That's why I always say, oh, look, that's a fresh one. That's a fresh break and a fresh bend, because you could tell by the color of the wood on the break or whatever, right? Because it's light colored wood. So, like, yeah, duh, right? I know. I didn't realize it was Nova Scotia either, but yeah, I gotta do some geography for myself. I got a thesaurus. It's got geography, and I was gonna give it to my son, and I just now I'm thinking I need it. Yeah, like, there's some areas that there's like structures, but I could tell they ain't been there in a minute. Like we were just talking about ley lines, those are helpful. Water's helpful. There's so many things that power lines. People say power lines are the easiest route to travel, and that's why they take them. One thing I've learned from them is that they harness energy, and they take it naturally and unnaturally if they must. They'll take it from the power lines, from the tracks. People see them near railroad tracks. They take them from the tracks too. At least I think so. I'm kind of piecing together things that I got. I'm pretty sure that I've worked it out, but with the help of many of you, I'm not sitting here on no high horse. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's I'm just having like a slow motion mind right now, but there's so many things that we're taught or shown that make it seem like they matter and that has to happen for them to be around, that just aren't true. Now, it becomes a hindrance when if you're someone who believes that they're just strictly flesh and blood and they don't have any other abilities, then that's where people get stuck on those physical things that they need to see happen. They need to see a structure, or they need to see a footprint, or they need to hear that somebody saw one nearby. You know what I mean? There's zero You guys watch this channel, so you know what's on the island. You know that there are 0 goose egg, big fat O reports of Sasquatch on the island. As far as, oh, we glitched again. So I don't know if you heard me, but as far as the BFRO, there's 0 reports of Sasquatch on the island. I tried to, way back when I started, when I first had my first encounter, I tried to talk to them and they shut me down. They didn't really want to hear it. I was apologized to later by some Northeast rep or something to that effect that worked. And around the area, like above Long Island, like Boston or whatever, like around that area. And he said that they were getting rid of that guy, or they did get rid of that guy or girl, whatever. And then they started looking at what I was doing and started seeing what I was doing, and they wanted to come and see these places. And I told them no. I told them I wasn't interested anymore. That's when I linked up with Gary and Kenny at New York Bigfoot Society. That's when I linked up with them because they received me. And they're flesh and blood guy. Well, Gary's a flesh and blood guy. He doesn't believe in all the... He has an open mind, but he's not, like, first and foremost a paranormal guy. Like, he separates paranormal and Bigfoot. But he respected what I was saying enough to, and received me. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that kind of stuff. I felt like a man. I literally felt like I was alone on an island because I'm being told, you know, like basically what I've seen wasn't there by BFRO. I don't know, whatever. It's my experience. I'm not gonna say they're all bad. I don't know. That's my experience. So now, when the experience started to change and they tried to make good, I wasn't. Now once I shut down, I shut down. You know what I mean? And once I shut it out, like I'm cool till I'm not, if that makes sense. Like it's like cool. Once I put you in that box, like that's kind of where it goes. That's where you stay. And I wasn't willing to receive them back, like and hear what they had to say and yada yada yada. What difference does it make? What difference does it make if I report it here with you guys and we make our own decisions together, as a group, and you guys make your own decisions for yourself about what I'm, I could say, look, dude, look, I see one right now, and then it doesn't look right to you on the camera, and you decide it wasn't. Cool, whatever. What difference does it make if we do it here or we do it officially, on some website? I've noticed things right by the edge of the woods from the road, yes. So that's one of the things that got me really going was he hasn't posted in quite a while, but Mike Patterson was one, and Ryan Rush is another, and they both know it. They got me into it. Like I wouldn't have been going out there poking around at all. Anyway, Ryan Rush posted a video called Roadside Structure. And he does a lot of the stuff like right outside his backyard. Like he's got a lot of property, don't get me wrong, but he posted a video called Roadside Structures. I know, sorry for those of you who've heard this, but Roadside Structures fucking blew my mind. Blew my mind. Everywhere else I heard it was just, and granted I hadn't gone out far and branched out far, but the people I was talking to were telling me like I couldn't do it. I'm the best. I can only do this. I'm the only guy who could find this shit, and nobody else can. And so that was very eye-opening. Let's just say that. And it was just something that changed me. It was something that changed me that I don't forget. And while it might have been a minimal thing to him, just another video he posted that he may not have wanted to post or not thought about posting or whatever, it was a big deal to me. And it was a turning point. Big turning point. He's in Alabama, by the way. Have you had any rocks thrown in the mountains? I think so. But I don't know. It's not like it's not. It's not like a. It's not something that occurs like it does down on island though. Nah, not as much. No. If it has occurred, like I like to try and like hear where it went, and like look and try to see if I can like locate it or whatever. Sometimes it's in a big pile of rocks and it's like whatever, you're never gonna find it, But I also listen to see if things came from straight up and down, or if they sound like they have like a horizontal trajectory, or if it sounds like an acorn that came from the top of a tree, through all the leaves, or if there are no leaves, could it have just came from straight up and just hit the one time? There's a couple of possibilities, but no, not a lot. No, that's for sure. Sorry, guys. I had to. Well, real JTP, you nailed it. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that guy stunted my fucking growth. Big time. Big time. I love Mike Patterson. Sorry, guys. So my chat froze, I guess, and I didn't even see all these. I didn't see all you guys' comments and all that stuff. I really apologize. So I'm gonna play catch up now. I really thought I was just talking to myself for a minute, for a long minute. Sorry, I think they are mammals. No, I don't apologize. Look. That's it's your prerogative, bro. Like that's your prerogative. Like it's your decision what you want to believe on, and how you want to believe it, and how, you know what I mean. That's, man, like nobody can tell you not. You know what I mean? People try to tell me I'm fucking wrong all the time. Like, why do I have to be wrong? Why can't we just disagree? You know? Now I do think they're people. Like we're mammals too. I do think they're people. They are. I just think they're way more on point with what them. I think we lost a lot of abilities that we should have still. But it is what it is. I don't have the answers. I don't even believe we came from where they say we came from. But that's another story. Paramedic, what's up? Nova Scotia means New Scotland. Just learned that last year on Oak Island. Did you see the episode where they talk about the strange occurrences there, including a dogman? Maybe. If I did, I must have slipped past me. But I'm gonna look back. It's interesting. But I have never had an encounter with a Sasquatch. Yeah, maybe soon. See what happens. I have watched a lot of videos about Bigfoot, and they say in the videos that Bigfoots are actually the First Nations people that President Andrew Jackson gave a treaty to back in the 1800s. Okay, alright, I can dig it. That's cool. I don't trust them at all, never have. Larry Hart, what's up? We know there are Sasquatch on Long Island. Yeah, well, see, so I mean, Larry gave me a call and said he had a sighting and he wanted to go back, but he wasn't comfortable. And I knew what it was like to have that happen, and I reached out to Sarah obviously right away and went home to her and whatever, but and she received me, but I didn't know who to talk to or who to turn to, so I went out with him like I think it was the next day, Larry, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I believe we went out the next day. There was more than evidence in the area. Maybe 3 seasons ago, I had an episode about a dog man that came into one of the early searchers' cabins. The dig site was supposed to be found by following orbs. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. What's up, LIB? Do you have some advice about how to start gifting? Whatever seems relevant to you is what I suggest. If you want to make it really personal, then make it personal. Give them something that's personal to you. If not, if you want to keep it like very casual at first, just give basic things like whatever, like organic corns and vegetables and shit, or balls, marbles, I give marbles all the time, but Mike Patterson is why I got started into this stuff. So it's kind of an homage to what he's done with Neff and that family group up there, and that's why I continue to give marbles. It's like my homage to him and his works, for the past decade. I get them back sometimes I don't. So 99% of the time, nothing comes back. But when it does, those marbles come back in a magical way. Magical way. Man, like I just got one. Sarah was with me. She was with me. It was 3 days ago. And it has been probably 2 years since the last one I was gifted. No, one came in between that, but I've gifted CDs from my childhood to show them where, whatever. One time I had a sighting and somebody was having a party nearby, and I think maybe that's why they were hanging around in the spot, and they were playing like Michael Jackson music or whatever, so I gifted like an old record I had, a Michael Jackson record. I gifted it out there. I'll gift water. That's one thing I gift, like water. Shells. I like to gift shells. Feathers come back, but I like to give feathers. Crystals, rocks, things like that. Whatever seems right, Whatever seems right. I've gifted all sorts of stuff, and I've gotten all sorts of stuff. Stuffed animals don't seem to go anywhere. I don't know why. I just don't. But that's just my experience. We have lots of things local, scary stuff, really. Yeah. They love the green apples. Okay, cool. Gifting spot. I'd say somewhere where like it's easily accessible to you, like because in the beginning you're gonna want to check. Like I'm at the point where I don't need to check. Like I got my proof that they take and give back, and like I've gotten that out of the way. So now I just gift the gift. My intent is I'm here for you guys, and here's an offering, and I move on. I don't go back and check anymore. But in the beginning, you're gonna want to check. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna want to see. You're gonna want an update. It's exciting. It's fun. It really is. It really is. My advice is you want to leave it somewhere where it's hidden to most people, but easily accessible to you. Maybe inside a tree trunk, or something like kind of off trail where people wouldn't necessarily go, or they can't see it from the trail, things like that. But you could get to it often, so you could check it. Maybe put multiple things around, in case somebody does come and disturb that site. Put a couple things in the area, like 2 or 3 things around. So if that does get disturbed by a critter or a person, then you have a backup. High in a tree is always good. Some people I know they'll run lines through the apples and then tie them up so that they know it's too high for a person to reach, it's too far down for a squirrel to get to. Nothing can really get to it that and it helps them know that nobody else touched it. Yeah. Jelly bellies, small. Yes. So, yes, I've gifted jelly bellies because we buy our kids too many snacks. Sarah buys them too many snacks for every holiday, but too many gifts, period. But whatever, we go and we buy a bunch of stuff, and especially Easter. She's really into Easter. She makes the big baskets, and we always have too many little candies. So I actually, I have a bunch of Jelly Bellies in my bag still. Like, there's probably only one little package left, but that's one thing it seems like they do enjoy. Fruit snacks is Bubba's favorite. I know that much. He loves Gushers. Go figure, Gushers. You know, if I put Gushers out, I can almost be sure that they're gonna be gone before I even leave the area. Yeah, no problem, bro. Dog food. I've heard dog food. I've heard that too. I really have. I've heard that quite a bit. Pumpkins is so. Yeah, pumpkins is a guarantee. Like I gift pumpkins around Thanksgiving and like Halloween time. Usually I gift. So once a year I gift about 20. Last year was like close to 30 pumpkins, and then I'll get like those gourd things, whatever, and I put them all over the place, all over. It's usually the same concentrated area, but it's spread out. And I always like mash them up. Like I'll break a couple for like the deer and the critters and stuff, and that way it kind of keeps them from trying to get to the rest. But yeah, I wedged one. One of them was in this giant tree. You know, like there was like 5 trees in one that was knocked over from the roots. And then at the base, the root ball base was like so like, you know, roots all over the place. And it was big. It was tall. It was taller than me by like another foot. And I jammed the pumpkin. It was like a white looking pumpkin. Maybe it was a gourd, but it was like white pumpkin. It was only like this. This one was like half the size of the rest of me. Jammed it in there. Because most of them I couldn't carry too far, and then, so this was the one that I brought in specifically for the alpha. And I brought it right up into his area and I jammed it up in there as hard as I could. And I was like trying to like punch it out and it wouldn't budge. I mean, would not budge. And that thing sat there. That was the only one that sat there for quite a while. And then one day it was gone. Just like that. Scott Carpenter says they still his dog food. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know the guy. You know. I don't know the guy. Was it Thriller? Thriller? Oh, the song. Oh, no, that would be cool though. That would have been good if it was Thriller. It was "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." Don't stop till you get enough. Come on. I don't know the rest of the words because sometimes you just go. But that's. I didn't know what you were asking about Thriller. So sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you prior. Yeah, don't stop till you get enough. And I took that as a personal message too. Like, just keep going, keep going, keep going. Sing it, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Any more backyard activity? I haven't. Sarah and I have been up here in the Catskills. So that backyard activity is my mom's house. The last time it was night visitors video. I knew they were there because of the way he was acting, and but I couldn't see him with my eyes. That's why I pulled out the camera. And I really didn't notice them in person, honestly, through the camera lens. I started to see them after, and that's why I posted the video. But we did have activity here a few nights back, and I want her to be part of when I tell you guys that, because the visit was for her. I knew shit was going on, but like I was being distracted. That's what I was being distracted because they were trying to get her attention, and they were trying to connect with her. They gifted her the next day. There a few things happened, so I don't want to, I don't like to speak on anybody else's business, period, even when it's my wife. But I just, it's better to hear it from their point of view. It'll be better that way. But I like to kind of think they're always there. It's just a matter of like when we know it. That's just how I look at it. He's a great Scott Gordon, another great man to watch. Okay. I'm not a Carpenter fan, but I try to check everyone out because you never know. Yeah, that's true. You never know you'll come across it. Yeah. Like, there's, if you're not making mistakes, you ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of times where I'm coming through and like I think one way, and then like I'm like, wow, I was way off, and like, but like I try to backtrack and say, hey, like, here's what we learned and why it's different now, and there's a lot of contradictory things that I hear from other people, and I honestly, I'm not saying anybody in particular, but I'll hear them say things and then like speak about things and topics, and it's sometimes it's like catchphrases and clickbaity and what's popular sometimes, and then like the next thing they're talking about totally contradicts the last thing they said, and then the next thing totally contradicts the last thing they said, and it starts to all be a jambalaya fucking ball of hot garbage. And I try to keep some kind of continuity involved here, and that's why we film from start to finish. Like I don't edit. I want you guys to see everything that happens. Like if I'm bringing the camera with me, like I'm bringing the camera with me. Like we're gonna do this. We're gonna go. And some people don't like it, and I get it. I get why you want the highlight reel, and I get why you only want to see the Sasquatch. But we weed out a lot of people that way. We do. We weed out a lot of bullshit that way. By not saying, hey, once in a while I'll say, oh, there was a sighting, and that'll get more views, cool, like whatever. But it's not about that. It's about the journey as a whole, And anyway, I think you get what I'm getting at. Again, I'm not picking at anybody in particular, but it's just things that I've come to realize. Just because things are going on, like, or topics are occurring, we don't have to just run out there and tackle that thing. We don't. We can stay on our path. We don't have to jump on everybody else's thing, I think people talk about Patty way too much. Way too much. No disrespect to the Patty footage or anything. No disrespect at all. But I think it hinders us moving forward by everybody just constantly picking apart that fucking video. NMB just showed up. NMB's got amazing footage of Sasquatch. And why aren't people looking at that? Why not? Why is there 100 videos this month about the Patty video? And again, like I'm not knocking that video in any way, because it's really given one way or another. It's really given, whether you think it's fake or you love it and you think it's the best, footage on earth. It's brought attention to us that we needed. It's brought attention to the subject that we needed, and it's given the fuel to the fire that was needed. So our muscles move, yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't think it's fake, but I don't know. I like, how I base things? Like, I don't know the guys. I don't fucking know them. I don't know. I know they were making a movie out there, and then that happened. That kind of makes sense to me, though. Like, they were out there with all that intent, focused on Sasquatch, and then one appeared. That's exactly how it would happen. It's exactly how it would happen. Maybe subconsciously, they were just out there with all that Bigfoot on the mind because they were making that video, and then lo and behold. All right, Berkshire. Well, good to have you. I appreciate you stopping by again. So I just wanted to hop on tonight again quick, and I'm not going to stay much longer, just probably a few more minutes. I've got my go-to channels, your channel and NMB and Swan Lake, Bigfoot. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that, man. It's cool. Definitely don't run out there and tackle them. Great point. Hey, Scotty. Sore muscles. I'm a Sasquatch fan in general, so I watch a lot of different material. You know, if I didn't, so I would watch a lot more too. I would love to, and one day I probably will. I just don't. The only reason I don't is because I don't like my judgment to be clouded. So if I'm watching, say I'm just watching something today on Bigfoot, right? One of these shows or one of these channels, and then I go out in the field. Whether I want it to be or not, it's on my mind, right? So like BLB just showed up. I love these guys. I love BLB, Jake, and Adam. I love them. Love their channel. But I will not binge watch it too much because I can get caught up in that really quickly. And then now, I start to take on their concepts. No disrespect, you know what I mean? I know they don't mind. So, but I'll take on their ideas and concepts, and whether I know it or not, I do. And then now that's what's in my head, and it becomes a clouded judgment in the field. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only reason I don't flood myself with any one or anything. Period. You know. And that's the only reason. If you guys aren't on Blue Line Bigfoot, if you guys ain't there, you should be. You really should be. Blue Line Bigfoot is the best. Oh man, that so Sarah brought up last night. We had some issues during Christmas with our daughter was very sick. I was sick, like that, but whatever. Anyway, there was a lot going on with health issues. Very, very many scares. I didn't dive into it with many of you. But anyway, they did a Christmas spectacular. And when I tell you that shit got me through, like, it got me through that day and the next day. I watched it a few times. And it was just really nice how they brought people together, and they put a lot of effort into this, like, Christmas video they did. And it was really, really cool. They did some cooking. Jake made some drinks. They brought in other Bigfooters and had them say a little hello to. Oh man, it was so cool. Yeah, I watch a lot more than I like it to. But that's how I weed them out. Yeah, it makes sense. You're too kind. Adam is the master. Nah, Jake, you're both, bro. When I tell you, you guys are both Blue Line Bigfoot. Luca. You guys balance each other in a great way, man. It's really cool. So they're north of here. There's Catskills, so like Long Island's over here, and then the city's here, and then here's the Catskills, and then like New York branches off this way in a big way, and then it goes up to like whatever. It branches out west a lot. But they're in the Adirondacks, which is up here. Boom. I mean, you know, Whitehall. Like Whitehall's in the Adirondacks, so like they have Adirondack Park is huge. Adirondack Park is massive. I believe it's the biggest park. Anyway, Yellowstone fits in there with a few other big national parks. It's huge. Glacier National Park might be big too. I'm not sure which is the biggest. But anyway, Adirondack Park is huge. And beautiful. Really beautiful. Catskill Mountains are small compared to the Adirondacks. West Coast. Yeah, I don't, again, I don't know much about the West Coast. Maybe like, I'm sure the Rockies are big and shit like that too. California's got big mountains too, big ranges. I agree, Scotty. Oh, I got mountains on my shirt. What are the odds? How long have we been on? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up in just a few here, guys. I appreciate every last one of you coming through. I know it was short notice, and it's kind of how it's always gonna be. So I was gonna go. We were gonna go out Appalachia trip. We were gonna go out and take a little ride, and we were both kind of feeling a little tired, and what gas is stupid high. Like, let's be real. Isaac, what's up, man? Good to see you. Gas is stupid high prices. I have to put at least plus. I don't like putting plus in there, but premium should go in the truck. But sometimes I just have to. Anyway, we decided to stay back, so I decided to just hop on for a minute. Again, what's up, bro? Ballers. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell I was just gonna say. But yeah, so here we are. Yeah, it is going crazy. So I got really excited actually because about 5 days ago or so, get regular said $3.99 or something like that, and I was like, oh. So I'm like stoked, right? I look at the other ones like premium or whatever, the high grade. It was like $4.50 or something, and I've been paying like out the ass. And I was like, oh, cool. Like it was like $1 less at least, and I was like, great. I'm like, it's going down. I'm like, I don't even care if it stays here. And then the next time I went to get gas, right back where it's been. And like, it was, I don't know if I got lucky. I don't know. Maybe sometimes gas stations need to get rid of their gas because like the trucks coming and they didn't do the business they thought they would, so they lowered the price to bring in more business just to get it out so they could fill their tanks all the way. Sometimes you get lucky that way, but it's rare. Jake always makes me like think. Jake makes me use my brain with the way he types. Great to see these live shows every once in a while now. Yeah, it's last night we did one, today we did one, but that's you know me. I'd rather be in the field, but sometimes I gotta stop and give you guys a few minutes, and yeah, this is it. We have a lot of kids, and we're very busy all the time. So it's not always easy. Or when I do have downtime, I'm tired, or I want to get out there and whatever. I want to get out of the house and take a walk, and it's just the way the cookie crumbles. We haven't had the kids for a couple days, so it's rare. It's more than rare. It's never happened before, but who knows when the next time will be, but when we can, we will. Ain't no way to get a hold of those old videos from the channel. Yeah, that's yeah, I get distracted. Me too, big time. Yeah, NBA, I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's a sad thing. It's really sad. I don't know. I really don't think they're I don't think I know of a way. See, that's the one thing I like about Facebook is they give you like 2 weeks to change your mind after you delete shit like that. Like they give you like 14 days to like, you know, reverse your decision and whatever. I'm not gonna get into your business, but it sucks because YouTube, once it's gone, it's gone. It might be a crime. It might be a crime, bro. It really might be. Alright, guys. So I have to do a lot of driving tomorrow. I haven't had dinner yet. Well, I had an early dinner. But I'm hungry again. So I'm going to go do that. Spend some time with wifey. Yeah. So I was saying yesterday, I got some more thermal videos to put out. If you guys want to watch them, I don't know if there's anything on there. If you want to just kind of look at them, you can and see what's there. Some of you guys like to hash them out and see what's what. I honestly don't know what I'm looking at sometimes. To be honest with you, I could be right dead on something and not know it because sometimes the different settings. Sometimes the different settings are, they're just hard to understand. Like she was like, kept saying, just put on that one that has like the, that shows it's gray and then just red pops up when it's something. And, but I like to use a couple different ones, so try to work them out and see what's what. Anyway, I'll throw them up at some point. For all you that are watching now, thank you for being here. Appreciate you commenting, your feedback. Being kind to each other is always awesome. We don't have to worry about any BS. It makes it a lot easier. And, yeah. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat, thank you. Going to get more, just keep, yes, he is gonna get a lot more, yes. It's a hard pill to swallow, I'm sure. I couldn't imagine, man. NMB and I have talked many times, and it's like we were creating video diaries of our journey. To have somebody take that away, to have that just wiped out in one clean swoop is tough. So anyway. Respect, bro. Respect that you're getting back out there and hammering away. Mad respect. Toby, you're my man, bro. I wish you were here. I was just about to hang up, bro. Oh, you could reach me if you want after. Jake, thank you, bro. Peace, brother. Isaac, good night. Lukem, good night. JTP, sarcastic is, I like it, man. Blue Line, what's up, brother? I guess that's Adam. It's good to see you. That's the channel right there, guys. Blue Line Bigfoot, go check it out. This is NMB's new channel. If you guys are still searching for him, there he is. He has another channel up too. If you guys want, the link will be in this channel that he's on now. There's a there's a link in the description that bring you to the other one that he's doing stuff with, like, things to that effect. Shalom Sims, LNR. Yeah, we'll talk. NMB. I think I might have a way. Channel? Did I just say? Yeah, me too, Toby. I can't wait, bro. Yes, Blue Line. Real JTP. Blue Line Bigfoot just popped up in the chat. So Adam and Jake. Jake's been here under BLB Jake, but that's the channel that they use, that they post their footage. Man, great guys. One day I'm gonna link up with them and we'll do more. A lot of life shit gets in the way, but we'll link up soon, guys. If you're still there. Yeah, Toby for sure. Yeah, hit me up after, guys, if you want, Toby. Alright, guys, as always, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, we do gotta make it happen. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for last night, for being so kind, as she opened up that, she opened up. I appreciate everyone who was here. It was so kind, and it goes a long way. It really does. And yeah. All right. See you guys on the next one. And again, these thermal videos I'm gonna put up. I don't, you know me. I just put shit up there. I don't know what's in there, because I don't know what I'm looking at. So if any of you do, you could maybe help me out. All right. Take it easy, guys. Have a safe one, and stay blessed. Yeah, check it out. It's awesome. You won't regret it, man. I promise.